We interrupt this program to bring you an important Wayfair message. Wayfair's got style tips for every home. This is Styles McKenzie helping you make those rooms sing. Today's style tip. When it comes to making a statement, treat bold patterns like neutrals. Go wild, like an untamed animal print area rug under a rustic farmhouse table from Wayfair.com. Arr, fierce. This has been your Wayfair style tip to keep those interiors superior.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
We interrupt this program to bring you an important Wayfair message. Wayfair's got style tips for every home. This is Nicole Byer, helping you make those rooms flyer. Today's style tip, when it comes to making a statement, treat bold patterns like neutrals. Go wild! Like an untamed animal print area rug under a rustic farmhouse table from Wayfair.com. Ooh, fierce! This has been your Wayfair style tip to keep those interiors superior.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Last time on Mims and Maim.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome. And now, the continuation.
If you give extra kisses, you get bigger hugs. That's what Santa's wife's always saying. Well, that's how we do it at the North Pole.
Well, that's not how we do it here in a free enterprise system.
Hey, girl, and welcome to part 2.
Ooh, I love a double header.
Yeah, well, it's going to be triple, but that's fine.
Oh no, let me go do some stretches.
So, dear listeners, to briefly catch you up on what happened last time, there
Which
were
you
lots
shouldn't
of
be listening to
elves.
this one first. You should go back and listen
Go
to
back
the
to
first
the other
episode.
one. But if you're starting here, there were bunches of elves. Santa's traveling through time. Dudley
He's
Moore
immortal
won a
now.
competition.
He's immortal. Don't forget that.
He's
Santa's now
immortal, and there's some child actors.
Yeah.
Did I miss anything?
No, not much was actually happening in the first episode.
Okay. Well, let's hope that something actually happens in this one, even though it all happens in the third one. So
Yep.
here we go. Oh, the 80s were a magical time, weren't they?
It's Christmas.
So we are at a Mickey Donald's, and there's lots of sponsorship for this.
So
right
much
now.
fun. Yeah, it's heavy in this movie.
It's very heavy. The street rat that we just met in the previously is very hungry. He is so hungry.
He's so hungry. It's really sad. I mean, he's like a little street urchin. He just doesn't have anybody.
Now we're back at Cornelia's house, and the nanny.
Who I'm obsessed with her, by the way.
Yeah, she's great. She's like, "Well, finish your dinner. I'm going to go and watch the Masterpiece Theater."
I wrote down, this is very symbolic of our lives now. I said, I realize that she's supposed to be terrible, but everything that she says, I'm like, that sounds amazing.
So Corny, I have it written down Corny, so I have to remember to call her Corny instead of Corny. So Corny takes the food, makes a plate, goes outside and says, little boy, here's some food for you. Hey boy, here's some food. And she's given him a new Coke as well.
Yes. Oh, it was so funny when I saw that can. I was like, oh my gosh.
So she shuts the door, and then he runs up, starts eating it like a feral cat. I mean, he is ripping it's like you've seen them Fantastic Mr. Fox, right?
Yes.
Where they eat, they're just like.
It's the best part of that movie.
But
every time they eat.
The most important part of this little vignette right here is that he likes the new Coke. Right? Like he sips it down and he gets
he guzzled it and burps.
And then gets a moment too. Like it's he really likes the new Coke.
Because nobody else did.
Oh God. So we're back at the North Pole. No, nobody else did. We're back at the North Pole, and trees Maim, trees are getting manufactured incorrectly. The trees, the
Yes.
toys. The toys are not being manufactured correctly. There's no quality control or quality assurance.
No. And they're being sent back,
Yeah.
which has never happened before.
So, well, we haven't gotten to that part yet. We have not.
Oh,
We
wait.
have not gotten to
Oh,
that.
okay.
That is
Sorry.
that is like you are like 2 pages ahead of here, like
Oh,
3
dang.
maybe. Yeah, girl, you done called it skipped.
Oh,
way out
wait. They
ahead.
haven't started sending. Oh, they haven't started actually sending out the bad toys yet, right?
Well, no,
Or
he's
seven-
he's doing it right now. This is Christmas Eve.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Christmas Eve right now.
Oh,
like
we haven't even-
literally
you're right.
right now.
Sorry,
Right
my
now
brain-
because
My brain jumped very hard.
it's okay because he's like Santa's flying around like, "Oh, kids are happy right now." Ha! And then he's there's a little street rat and he's like, "Oh, I guess I need to make a little side thing because there's somebody that's not happy."
When
the
this
kid-
happened,
Uh-huh.
let me just say, as a person,
Are
of
you going to throw
color-
pedophilia into this too?
No, I'm not.
Thank God.
When this
Let's
when
not
this
go there.
happened, I thought to
Yes.
myself, I thought,
Uh-huh.
wow, if Santa was feeling this generous, he must have spent so much time over Ethiopia at this time, since this is the time of the Ethiopian famine, when a lot of the people in that nation were starving to death and dying.
No, he didn't. No, he did not. I'm just going to let you know.
I was like, he's one child, like just one. I was like, wow, Santa, Christmas Eve must have been extended out for years if he was doing this.
He's just like anytime when he flew over Africa. I'm just sorry, my reindeer don't like black people.
They just won't go down.
They just won't go down. They're afraid of them. I don't know why they're afraid of them. They're
I
just afraid
tried.
of
I
them.
think it's Donner. Donner's always the one that's a little
Donner's
sketchy.
just afraid. Praise the Lord.
I found a robe in his trunk.
Dear listeners, we're stopping this now. We are done. We are DUN done.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, so Santa meets the kid,
He does.
and the kid's like, "You're a nut." He's like, "No, I'm magic."
You're a wino.
Yeah, and he's like, well, "What do you mean?" And so he teleports the kid to the roof where the reindeer are, and the Santa's like, "Hey kid, you want to go for a ride in my sleigh?" And
See, now you're making it. You're making it gross.
well, the kid does want to go for a ride, and I have written down here: is he licensed? Like,
Well,
is he licensed to
also-
drive that sleigh?
I mean, let's be also very clear here. In the 80s, we were told to not actually go anywhere with a stranger.
No, of course not. Because it wasn't the
So-
70s anymore, and cocaine was rampant.
We replaced Quaaludes with cocaine.
Uh huh.
Very different vibe.
So we learned the kid's name is Joe. He's got a wife and 3 kids. He works at a
Looks
button
at a button
factory.
factory. I didn't even think of that when it first
Oh,
happened.
God. I didn't either till just now.
Is it weird, right? You instinctually, your hand starts kind of like twisting a little bit because it's just like that's ingrained in us. I can feel my
Uh-huh.
hand moving on my side, like, oh, that's a creepy feeling.
Look, every Halloween, anytime I see like a witch's hat or something, I automatically think of Hagelina Magalina Ukabaka Wakataka Ukabaka was her name. She had 2 eyes in the middle of her head. One was green and the other one was red. Hagelina Magalina Ukabaka Wakataka Ukabaka was her name.
Oh, see, for me, Halloween was always like the stirring up my witch's brew song. That's the one that I always. So just for your audience members that don't realize, in the 80s, we actually went to a fairly progressive school in like the rural South that actually believed in arts and music and things like that.
Yes.
And we had the most
Yes.
wonderful woman that would come and do music with us every week. And she
Yes.
brought just the best songs that, as you can see, like 30 plus years later, we still remember them just like it was yesterday.
Well, I mean, one of them was, and I gladly stand up next to you.
Oh,
There's
let
that
me
one.
tell
Sorry,
you.
that's not what I was thinking of. I was like
Let me
whipping
tell
my
you what happened.
wings. What
I
happened?
sang that song. I sang it at
What?
karaoke a few weeks
What?
ago
What?
because somebody put in that song and then they left. And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do this song. And when I tell you that I chewed up every bit of that scenery of that bar, those people were not sure if I was being sincere or if I was being a dick.
Well, did they stand up next to you and defend her still today?
Nobody stood up and they're too drunk.
What kind of why? That is the whole purpose of the song. You get out of your chair and you stand up
Wait, I
next
thought
to
the
you.
whole purpose of the song was indoctrination.
No, they can be two things. So the we find out that the reindeer cannot do the super duper looper,
Yeah, you just can't do it.
and the reason why is they get up, they get going up, and apparently it's just a loop to loop. They get going up, which cannot be safe when you're not actually harnessed into a sleigh. Whatever, it's magic.
It's magic. It's magic.
It's magic. They've got that sparkly cocaine. He's going to live forever. There's, whatever. But
Well,
Donner,
one of them is going to live forever. The other, Joe, is not going to live forever.
Donner always puts his ears over his eyes. And it's a cute little effect. But
It's
I have
so
here
cute.
he has to have vertigo. Like he just the vertigo hits him and he stops. And I don't blame him because I don't want to go in loop to loop either, Donner. I don't want to do it either. Dear listeners, let me tell you a story. One time, I do not mind roller coasters. Okay, I do not mind roller coasters as long as they do not go around in loops. Okay, and especially not the wind down toward the earth. I cannot. Those they make me feel imbalanced. They make me feel like I need to throw up. I do not like them, Sam. I am. Um, I was in Las Vegas, and around the top of New York, there is a roller coaster.
I could never do that. I've seen it before. I could because you know me in heights. I could never
It's
do
not
that.
you don't really even see how high up you are.
No. You don't understand. We haven't been around each other a long time. My height thing is much worse than it
Okay.
used to be.
So I was like, I had just recovered from pneumonia, and I was like,
As you do.
as you do, and I was like, are there any loop de loops of this? They're like, no, there aren't any loop de loops. I was like, because I don't know if I can physically do that right now. I just got over pneumonia. I'm not breathing the best. I was still smoking, but I couldn't breathe the best. Like, no. I was like, okay, fine. I get on that motherfucker. There are so many loop de loops. I lost my breath a couple of times. It was a horrible experience. So Santa decides to let the kid drive. He's going too fast, and I believe Santa passes out at one point. Like it looks like Santa does.
I mean, we now know that Santa will pass out at anything like snowstorms, like just anything. Santa will pass out.
Or he just dies. Like maybe he just has multiple heart attacks and then
See,
that magic resuscitation, he just comes right back to life.
I think that Joe should have been controlling the reindeer when they tried to do the super duper looper booper. Because clearly it's probably more of a speed issue than anything else.
It is. And Santa's like, no, not too fast, please. I don't want to have another one of them heart attacks.
He's such an old woman. Jeez.
He is. So they go to a house, and Santa gives the kid a fishing rod. And Joe's like, well, why? How'd you know he wanted a fishing rod? Well, he wrote me a letter and asked for one.
What's a letter? What's a letter, Santa?
Have you ever asked me for anything? No, I ain't got much use for that stuff. I got everything I want on the street, Santa.
I love that you're doing that when it's really more just like, no, Santa, I didn't think you were.
Well, I always thought he was 3 steps away from going, consider yourself
Uh, Jeez Louise.
Am I wrong?
Nope, not at all. Nope,
Okay.
nope, nope, nope.
Okay. We just passed the hour mark, girl. Let's keep on going. Dear listeners, I just want you to know we're recording all 3 episodes at once. Oof.
Jeez, come on now. This is fun.
Oh no, this is
a
fun. It's the
hoot.
talking. It's the talking. It's the
It's the
talking.
hoot.
It's the talking. It's a hoot nanny, in
Talking
fact.
and the talking and the talking and the
Oh, God.
talking.
So now we come into a house, and
Yes.
and it's Corny's.
Yes, it's a really lovely home
It is,
that she
and
lives in.
yes,
Apparently by herself and with the nanny, kind
the
of.
nanny. Yeah, it's kind of like the parents are gone wherever they go. Are they
Wherever the
dead?
parents are, well, I mean, the girl told her later that she didn't have any parents, so I guess that
Yeah,
they're dead.
I don't know. So Santa Corny shows up and they know each other, Joe and Corny, um, because he ate her plate for dinner one time.
I hate you so much. I hate
Um,
you.
that's how you do a not so bad dirty joke right there. And Santa's like, "Hey,
We interrupt this program to bring you an important Wayfair message. Wayfair's got style tips for every home. This is Nicole Byer, helping you make those rooms flyer. Today's style tip: when it comes to making a statement, treat bold patterns like neutrals. Go wild! Like an untamed animal print area rug under a rustic farmhouse table from Wayfair.com. Ooh, fierce! This has been your Wayfair style tip to keep those interiors superior.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
y'all can have another little play dessert. I'm gonna go off. Y'all, Joe,
You kids have fun.
you kids
I'm
have
gonna
fun. Joe, I'll
get
see you
out.
next year. Okay."
You 8-year-olds, you guys have fun. I'm gonna go.
So then we get to another little montage. It's not that long of a montage. Santa's toys are breaking in a hilarious way.
They are so great.
Like, I don't know what kid would want a very uncomfortable wooden trike in the 80s.
Wouldn't anything in the 80s.
Wouldn't
Like
anything.
any
I got one word for you. One word. Plastics. Like,
I needed that. I needed that today.
you are very welcome. So Corny and Joe are like defending Santa to the people, and that's where we find out, hey, Corny doesn't have any parents, because the little girl's like, you don't even have any parents. So she
And then
like
Corny
decks her.
Corny gets all gangster.
Yeah, she does. She better watch out. She's going to be put on that naughty list.
Like I love the fact that Joe is getting like pushed around, and then Corny they try to push her around. She's like, "I will beat your ass."
It's true. It's true.
You know that
It's
governess has probably
absolutely-
been giving her self-defense lessons.
It's absolutely true. So then, Maim, as you mentioned earlier, there are returns. Oh no. Oh no.
It's never happened in the history of the
Patches
North
is in
Pole.
trouble. He's not in that much trouble though. Santa's like, you did your best.
He's actually not in any trouble.
He's not in
Like
any
technically,
trouble. I mean,
like Santa didn't even technically ask him to step down.
No, he just
himself.
offers up his red apron, and they give it to the other one, Puffy, I believe.
Puffy.
Puffy. And then I have written right here, oh no, sad Dudley Moore.
I mean, I will say of the entire movie, him looking back and the thing disappearing, I was like, that actually is kind of
We
sad.
haven't got to that part.
I mean, it's part of him leaving.
We haven't. No, I just said there was sad Dudley. I haven't said he left yet.
I'm saying like in the montage leading up to him leaving, because it's
Oh,
basically another montage.
there's another montage. Well, Maim just ruined it. Maim
Whatever.
just ruined it.
Honey, the making of this movie ruined the movie.
Patch ran away. Oh, Patch, you ran away. So far away.
The reindeer
You
cried.
ran. You ran so far away.
He didn't really run though. He was just walking.
Had
He was
you
just there.
walk. You walk so slowly away.
I did think the reindeer crying was very upsetting
Yeah, it
because
was.
it
It
was
was.
that was his little crystal tear that came out. I was like, oh,
So now we're in DC. The
is that
District
where
of
we were?
Columbia. Yeah,
I missed that part.
that
I
was the
thought we were
Capitol
in New
building.
York.
No, it was the Capitol building because he was in front of a Senate hearing.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah,
Yes,
that's
yes.
it.
No, you missed a very important scene right there.
Oh no, the
Th-
Senate hearing. No, the Senate
yes,
hearing. No, I wrote it in my notes. My brain. I wasn't staring at my notes just now. I was like thinking, trying mentally. But no, this is actually.
a
I
great
wrote
scene.
down in my notes. Just put Lithgow
Yeah.
exclamation mark. Oh,
So John Lithgow is the owner of BZ Toys. He goes by BZ. And he's under a Senate investigation because his toys are dangerous. The first toy is a doll. A cigarette is lit and thrown at the crib, which I don't know who would do that. The doll catches on fire.
I
And John
mean, we know a few
Lithgow's
people. I know a few people in the '80s that could have possibly done
true.
that.
And then John Lithgow was like, well, it's always been said smoking's dangerous. Yuck, 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 yuck. And then there is another
The
doll that is
panda
meant for
bear.
3-year-olds.
The
They rip
panda.
off his head and they empty out a bunch of sawdust, broken glass, and nails. Like, I was like, what? What? What?
I, I was just tipsy enough that I was started. It's actually like I was just tipsy enough that it made me laugh hard because I thought that was the most ridiculous thing
It was
of the whole
ridiculous.
movie. It made no sense. Like, it doesn't even make, even if he was a villain, what, that doesn't even make sense.
So, girl, we're back in the North Pole,
Yeah.
and
But
Patches is gone.
no.
But we find out he's in New York City.
Oh,
In
New York City.
City.
We just had two very different New York City reactions.
I
this morning.
I know. Yours was some salsa.
Yep.
He sees a BZ toy
Oh.
and he vanishes in a
And
cloud
another
of glitter.
wino, another wino joke,
Yes.
another alcoholic joke because they're everywhere in 1985.
So we are at BZ's office,
Mm-hmm.
and Patches wants to help BZ, and he's like snapping and bewitching himself all over the office with little sparkles.
So we can watch John Lithgow eat up that scene.
Eat it up, eat it. Dear listeners, if you don't know who John Lithgow is, I don't know what to tell you.
Shame
Like,
on you. Shame on you.
33rd Rock from the Sun. He was just in the Croon as as what's his name?
Yeah. I don't
Um,
remember his name.
No, the Prime Minister of England during World War II. What is his name?
Oh,
Churchill. Winston Churchill.
Churchill.
My God, J. Edgar Hoover just came to mind. I'm like, that's somebody completely different.
that's not. That's.
No, Mr.
no,
Hoover,
that's not.
if you're asking.
Hi, Mr. Hoover. I'll take down your dictation. Mhm.
Oh yeah, he was a cross-dresser. Anyway, where are we at here?
We were talking about Lithgow and Patch in the office collaborating.
So Patch wants to help BZ,
Mm-hmm.
and we find out that Santa never brought BZ anything because he was always a naughty boy.
So naughty.
And Patch is like, okay, here's how this is gonna work. I want you to stop making all your toys,
What?
and I want you to advertise in every country, on every channel. We're going to
That
give
sounds expensive.
we're going to
That
give
sounds
this
very
toy
expensive.
away for free.
Give it now. My goodness, talk about something that needs to be a GIF. His reaction when he said "give it away for free"
Uh-huh.
was so good, and I mean, in a whole, the man is always over the top, but I did not realize in this movie that he was going to be like this over the top, and I
So
loved it.
now we have some words to live by from Mrs. Claus. Did you write down these words
Hmm.
to live by?
Hold on, let me look on the next page. No.
If you give extra kisses, you get extra hugs.
Oh yeah, I remember him saying that.
Sex cult? It's a
Yeah.
sex cult, y'all.
Wow. Does that
It's a
mean Mrs.
sex
Claus took over the
cult.
sex cult?
It means that that's the words I've always lived by, at least in my mid 20s to early 30s.
I love that your voice sounded like you were just auto tuning itself.
It probably was with this mic.
That was really interesting. I was like, what just happened there? That was yeah.
Yeah. So patch is like we give away the toy for free. It has magic cocaine in it.
Yes. This is such a 80s movie.
So we skip to the next scene. Patch is in his little office, like building the thing, and they show up with the prototypes.
My favorite scene in the whole
And which one do you
movie.
like? He picks the round one. And well, what color do you want? I don't know. What color do you think? Puce.
I like Puce. Well, what's Puce? Well, it's like fuchsia, but a shade less lavender and a bit more pink. Dear
Ah.
listeners, let me just say this very, there's a reason why I'm giggling and why Mims is especially giggling. I became obsessed with this word from the moment we heard it, and I used puce so much in our entire friendship that Mims is probably having like triggered moments right now because I just the only part of the movie that I took away was that word.
And it's when you get to it, they aren't even puce, are they? Because they're a little bit too pink
No,
to be puce.
they're too pink to be. They're quite pink.
Yeah, because puce actually has like a tiny bit of brown in it, just the tiniest, like
It's
it's muted, like whatever.
it's definitely a more of a it's more of a pastelish, and this was
Yeah.
like more of a 80s hyper pink.
So that they walk away from Dudley, and they're like blah 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 blah. Oh, we can even make puce juice in the future. God.
Everything about this scene is so weird.
So now we're back at the North Pole.
Again.
Santa is making Joe a toy, the toy that he would love the most. He's making a
Scenes.
wooden elf
Carving.
for
Wooden
Joe.
carving of yeah, those poor kids in Ethiopia. They really would have just liked him to visit. But
So now we're at a commercial shoot.
oh boy.
It's very tacky, and
I
they're
wrote I love that you said it's very tacky, and I wrote I love these costumes.
oh, I love them. They're very tacky. Like they're all the girls are in short little Santa outfits, and it's all pink and yellow and
Oh my
blue and green,
gosh.
and they're showing
And
everyone these.
Patch's outfit himself, it looked Patch's outfit was amazing.
Yes,
All
and
of the sequins everywhere.
they're showing off all these puce colored suckers that everybody's going to get for Christmas. Then we pan to Corny's home, and we find that BZ is her step uncle.
Bum bum bum.
Well, Maim, this ends episode. Duh.
This is a nice little palate cleanser because yeah, we're kind of like we're setting up for the finale of all of all of the chaos that's about to happen.
Well, Maim, tell the dear listeners where they can find you.
Sure. Well, if you want to find me on the internets, I'm located at auntie.maim, M-A-I-M. I'm on Facebook at I'm Your Auntie Maim, one word. And if you want to meet me in real life, come on down to South Florida. I host Amazing Colossal Karaoke at Kill Your Idol on Miami Beach, and I do improv on the mainland in Miami at Villain Theater. What about you, Mims?
I am the Divine Miss Mims. You can find me on Twitter at Divine Miss Mims. You can find You Slay Me, our Murder She Wrote podcast, at You Slay Me Pod on Twitter. You can find Baking Sugar, our Designing Women podcast, at Baking Sugar Pod on Twitter. Yeah. Y'all remember to get vaccinated and say goodnight,
Please
Maim.
go get vaccinated. Good night, Maim.
Bye, y'all.